Morning. Maybe staying mostly. Okay, we're good. Morning. You guys need a strap today and your mat. I'll be right back. We'll get going in 1 minute. 5 minutes. Morning. We're going to get rolling in about 2 minutes here. Who's here in the meantime? Happy birthday, Julie. Hi, Marilyn. Hey, guys. Hi, Barbara. How you doing today? So if you're just coming in, grab yourself a strap and mat. We're going to be on the ground for the most part today. There's going to be a lot of stability work today, so there will be a little bit of effort. But the end result is that you are going to feel really good at the end of today. Happy summer. A little closer while I'm waiting. So we are sitting here in another spectacular summer day in the city. I'll go ahead and talk for the last minute and we'll get rolling. Those of us in Toronto know that it was finally announced that for Ontario Stage 3, in terms of reopening after COVID, is finally going to hit this Friday. Super exciting for those people outside the GTA. What it means for us in Toronto is that we have 2 to 3 more weeks before we also open, but now there's definitely a light at the end of the tunnel, and I know that I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait till we actually all have the opportunity to do what we do together. This is lovely, but I really miss the face-to-face with you guys. So a couple more weeks, and then when we do open, of course, it's going to be on a limited basis. So where I can remain streaming for the time being, I will be. Not sure how my business parameters will change, but I will definitely keep you guys abreast of any changes that I am making. And in the meantime, 2 to 3 more weeks of this. So today is Recovery 101. Recovery 101, hi Steph, Recovery 101 is all about mobilizing through your major joints, stabilizing through all of the muscles that hold your spine basically together so that when you do your squats, do your lunges, your push-ups, etc., everything is working in a synchronized way that it's supposed to. We take away from that with our everyday activity, like sitting at a desk, slouching on a sofa, pushing things. Most things are in this direction. So you'll notice that quite often when we're working, we're going to be opening up the larger joints, but we also take a lot of work for the back because that's what's going to make your posture be the way that it needs to be. So take everything at your own pace. Add it as a disclaimer, because I can't see you. You have to pay attention to your body. Again, I offer my services. If there's anything that you need further explanation for, lgavarkovs@gmail.com. Contact me anytime, and I'll do what I can to help you figure out what is missing. And YouTube, this is royalty-free music, so that should not be a problem. Okay, so we're going to start sitting. You are going to be on the floor for most of today. Soles of the feet together, away from your body. So I've got a big diamond. It's not a groin stretch at the moment. You want to pull your glutes out from underneath your sits bones, send your sits bones right into the ground, draw your belly button right up toward your rib cage. And just close your eyes for a moment and feel how you feel right now. Where are the kinks? What feels good? Are you ready to rock and roll? Are you going to need to ease your way into it? Nothing is wrong here. The idea that you're just coming to the table to move, to feel better, is really the whole point. So sitting up tall, you can open your eyes when you're ready, and we'll start from the top of the head, tuck your chin toward your chest, and let your ears float right back above your shoulders. You want to keep your shoulders bracing down, keep your shoulder blades together, and keep your ribcage pulled together, and keep drawing that belly button up towards your ribs. So just a couple more nods. And leave it down at the bottom there. From here, just shake your head down. So working out all the kinks in the back of your neck. And notice the connection between the muscles in your neck and your postural and upper back muscles. And bring your chin right to your chest. You're going to roll your face towards me. One ear over the shoulder. Whoa, and go the other way. So down towards your chest and around. Try to keep those shoulders nice and still. And drop your chin to your chest. Let your ears float right back above your shoulders. Before you do anything else, I want you to make a face, open your mouth, squish your eyes, inhale, And as you exhale, allow all the tension to release and melt out of your face. So anytime we get in any position that's uncomfortable, we start putting tension in other places to compensate. The forehead and the jaw are a really big place for that. So make sure you have space to remember that your breath and your breath out will help to relax all those little areas of tension if you think about it. So again, similarly, make a fist, make a biceps, push your shoulders up towards your ears, exhale through your mouth. And just notice what happens to the tension as you do that. Roll your shoulders around and back and down. And let's do 2 more. Take your hands behind you. Just let the fingertips tap toward the floor. Lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale. And as you exhale, tilt the pelvis under, round your back. So inhale, send your fingertips towards the floor behind you. Lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale and round. And let's do 2 more. And just feel what's going on with your spine. How are your core muscles? How does your back feel today? How are your hips? Exhale and round. And come center. Leave your hands as support behind you. Bring your knees up and open. So great, big, slow butterflies. Just mobilizing through the hips, building up a little synovial fluid so that your hips can take their biggest range of motion. And let's do 2 more. And 1 more, leave it down again. Press one hand against the floor, pull the belly button up toward the ribs, and take that side reach. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 2 more. And release. Inhale, lifting up just a little bit more. Exhale, float the hands to the outside of one thigh over your back shape. Inhale up, exhale, and notice how your sit bones leaving the ground. Both butt cheeks firmly connected on the ground. Inhale, and exhale. 2 more. And 1 more. And come to center. Bring your knees up, flex your ankles. Inhale. As you exhale, slide one leg out, tighten the quads, and bring it back up. Keep the shoulders low, and we're just going to switch off with the legs one at a time. Notice how your low back feels as that leg extends. And notice if it makes it a little harder for you to sit up really tall. By the end of class, it's going to feel different. So keep one leg at a time. Or if you feel like you're ready for it, let them slide out and bring them back in. And let's do 2 more. And bring them back in. And 1 more time. And bring them back in. Beautiful. Just let this leg flop open. Pull this leg to your lap. Take your foot. Spread your toes out. Space between each toe. Let the toes go skiing back and forth. Go through each toe. Just a real quick one. I'm not going to stay here for a long time. But as an attempt to remember, go through the ball of your foot now. An attempt to remember that everything starts from our arches and works their way up. And now, just rub the arch of that foot from the heel towards the ball of the foot. It should feel really, really good. Grab your ankle with your hands and twist. It's like you're wringing out a wet washcloth. Beautiful. Hold that leg up by your thigh and just rotate around to one side and go the other way. I've got a pretty serious big toe joint opener coming up in a second, and I want to make sure you're really ready for that. And other foot. So first thing, just spread the toes out, give them a little space. Our shoes, squish them together, which is totally not natural and not how our feet feel good to be all squished in. So you gotta give them the moment to feel what it feels like to be all spread out and loose. Back and forth a little bit. And move through the balls of your feet. You're gonna feel all the different joints there, just moving and opening. And then you can take your knuckles or your thumbs and rub from your heels toward the ball of your foot. This is a very, very easy truncated version of this little bit of self-care. This feels yummy before or after bed with lotion. Just a little something to think about. And then finally, wring out your ankle. Twisting back and forth, squeezing, delicious, and sit up tall. Rotate from the ankle and go the other way. Beautiful. Place the heels on the ground, hip distance apart. Put your hands behind you for support. Lift your chest and just let one leg fall to the side. Let the hip lift and let the other leg follow. It may not be a big movement just now, but when we get up and do it again, hopefully you're going to already feel the difference. So let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1 more each way. Delicious already. And bring those legs in. Lace your hands underneath your thighs. Inhale. As you exhale, tilt your pelvis under, draw your pelvic floor up, and take that round over the spine again. As you inhale, stack the vertebra one on top of the next. This should feel a little different than it did even 2 minutes ago. Round. And inhale up. And let's do more. 2 more. Exhale, round. And inhale up. And exhale, round. And inhale up. Come to kneeling. If you have knee issues, you're going to come to kneeling up on your knees. If you don't have knee issues, allowing the fronts of your ankles and the tops of your feet to open up. Take your palms together and roll through your wrists. We're going to get out of this position in a second. If your quads are tight, you're going to feel a lot of tightness right here, right at the top of your knee. If it's not painful, it's okay. And go the other way. Otherwise, just come on up. All the way up on your knees. And roller coaster. And go the other way. And shake that out. Okay, starting with our hip rocks today. Toes touch each other. Knees are the same width as your mat. Put your hands forward as far as you can reach, almost doing to a child's pose. And when you exhale, shift your shoulders over your fingertips, drop your hips, and then push your hips back towards your heels. Feel your hips starting to wake up. Feel your lats starting to wake up. You feel this in your shoulders and wrists, hips and knees. And let's do 4. And 3. And 2. And 1 more time. Find that child's pose. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale. Let the head float towards the floor. 1 more time. Deep breath in. Big exhale. And draw the hands in. You're going to bring the knees together just a little bit. You're going to focus on your big toe joint. Tuck your toes underneath you. Start with your hands by your knees. Keep your bum on your heels. Lift your knees just a smidge. Push back against that big toe. And just rock and roll through the big joint right at the back of the toe. A little side to side. A little forward and back. And now drop the knees. Tuck the toes, drop down. Inhale, come fully up. And drop down. So give the feet a little bit of a break. Moving big through the body. And come back down, tuck your toes. This time, take your hands about another handprint away from your knees. And lift the knees just a little bit, pushing back against the hands. Rocking through that big toe. And release, untuck the toe, and coming into a fold. Inhale up, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale down. And 1 more time. We got 2 more sets of both of these things. So coming back down, bringing your hands, get another imprint away from your knees. Tuck your toes, pick up your knees, and push with your hands back against your heels. Breathing deeply. Drop the knee, untuck the toes, sitting down. Inhale, and this time rotate towards me, keep those hips still. And inhale. Exhale, now 1 more of each. Hands further back, further ahead still. Tuck your toes, pushing back. If you find it's too much, you move your hands closer to your knees and it will alleviate some of the tension in your feet. If we can allow that big toe joint, we are also helping to loosen up your ankles. And release. Drop down 1 more time. With rotation, inhale up. I'm changing your breath around there. And 1 more time. And let's do 1 final set of hip rocks. Nice and big. Hands are open, knees are open, shifting forward. You should be able to do a little bit bigger already. We'll do 6, 5, 4. Delicious. 2 more. 1 more. Bring your knees in. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. If you've got tender wrists, you can come to the flat of your fists. Otherwise, we're going to stay right here, pressing against all 10 fingers. Line your shoulders up with your wrists and push your hand into the ground. Send energy down until your back engages. Inhale, and as you exhale, take that rounded spine in. Belly button pull into the rib cage. Tuck the chin. Press your feet against the floor. And reverse the motion. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. 2 more. And 1 more. Try and find that nice neutral position. So not extended, not rounded. Ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. 1 hand comes forward, you're going to slide under. Find some rotation through your upper and mid back. Look underneath your armpit. Come up and switch. Tailbone stays high. That lovely stretch through your back. And let's do 1 more each side. We're going to be reversing the motion. Come to your fist this time, flat of the fist. It's going to elevate your shoulders just a little bit from your hips. Take 1 hand behind your head. Inhale, tap your forearm, push this fist into the ground. And as you exhale, pull your belly button against your spine, rotate. Watch your elbow as it floats up. This shoulder stays very still. And rotate in. Exhale, up. And let's do 2 more. Feel the upper back muscles, feel those postural muscles starting to say good morning. Think about doing what they're supposed to be doing. From here, stay here for a breath or extend that arm for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your child's pose just for a second. Yummy. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Come back up and let's thread the needle. Good. Underneath you go. See if you have a little bit more. You're going to try and land the back of the shoulder on the floor and switch. Let's do 2 more. And coming up. Flat of the fist on the floor, other hand behind the head. This arm is stabilizing it, working really hard. So you gotta push through that fist, corkscrew your upper arm into your shoulder, lock this out. We're gonna reach with the elbow, exhale and open up, try to follow your elbow with your eyes. We'll do 3 more. And 2. One more time. Hold up for just a second, just a breath. And if you'd like to go ahead and extend that arm, become one side will be way more accessible than the other, which is totally normal. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and have a seat. You're going to take your arms behind you, rotate the palms, let the palms face your face, and rotate around. So just inside the shoulder joint. 2 more. And notice how that feels lovely on your chest when you go in the back there and shake that out. Elbows are going to line up with the fists. You're going to make a big hole in the floor with your 2 fists. Line your elbows up on top of or line your shoulders up on top of your elbows. Keep your knees on the floor. Walk forward until your hips are in line with the rest of your body. So you have a half plank modified here. Pull your pelvic floor up toward your rib cage. So do a Kegel. If you don't know what that is, email me. I'll tell you all about it. I'll send you diagrams. Tuck your toes underneath. Inhale. And as you exhale, lift the knees off the floor by tightening the quads and pressing your heels back. Nothing else is going to move. Inhale the knees down. Exhale, starting to engage all those core muscles. And release, which, by the way, includes your shoulders and hips. And let's do 2 more. One more time. Drop the knees. Drop the hips. Keep your belly pulled back toward your spine. Let your palms face the ground. Make sure that your shoulders are lined up over the elbows. And then untuck your toes and spread your legs out. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. So notice this really delicious opening from the hip flexors through the abdominals. But notice that this is also a ton of work for your back muscles. So if this is the edge of discomfort for you, holding this position here is very good strengthening work for your back. If you can take a little bit more without shifting your hips, reach one hand forward and put it back down. Squeezing the glutes, try to keep the hips from rocking and rolling. And we'll do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Pull your belly button to your spine, lower your chest to the ground, grab your strap. You're going to hang on to your strap about a little wider than shoulder distance apart. Reach your toes back, tighten your quads, tighten your glutes, pull your belly button off the floor. You're going to pull against that strap and lift your arms only about 1 inch off the floor. Keep your face looking down, lift those arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pull apart. 4, 3, 2, and let everything relax. Just take your face to one side. Start by extending the legs. Engage your core muscles. Let your face look down. Pull the strap. Lift the arms 1 inch. And pull hard for 4, 3, 2, and down. Take your face to the other side. So get started by lifting the legs, pull the elbow toward the ribs, tilt that pelvis under just a little bit, make your face look to the ground, pull as hard as you can against that strap and lift. For 4, 3, 2, and relax. And we'll do 1 more. So setting yourself, starting with the legs, the middle of the body, Make the face face the ground. Tighten against the strap and lift your arms so you go a little higher. For 4, 3, 2, and release and relax. Keep the strap in your hands for a second. Come to your knees. Again, you can be elevated on your knees, or if it feels comfortable, you can sit back on your heels. Taking your strap, and you're just going to bring your arms ear, not height. What am I trying to say? Level with your ears by squeezing your shoulder blades together, and then release to your lap. If it's available without moving through your rib cage, keep your hands a little further back. And with each successive repetition, what do you have? With long arms. If you have to bend your arms, you've gone too far. If you need to get up out of this position, sit up on your knees, that's fine. Pull hard. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and one more time. Beautiful. Drop the strap, come to your knees. You're going to take your hands out. One hand goes to the middle of your shoulder blade, the other hand reaches on top. So this hand palm faces in, this hand palm faces out. Bring it center and try to go the other way. Notice that with me, and this might be with you too, on one side that is distinctly more challenging to bring those fingertips towards each other. You may find that you don't touch your fingertips. I don't want you to ooch them to make that happen. I just want them to fall wherever they fall without your body moving. And let's do 4, 3. I got a lot of work to do here. 2, and 1. Having done that work, let's go back to those exercises we just did and see how they feel. So elbows on the ground, fists on the ground. This time go ahead and pop right on out into the plank. You don't need to modify it unless it's something you have to do. Option to stay here, option to give yourself a dolphin. Building a little heat in the shoulders, tailbone up, squeeze your glutes and glide back down. We'll do 5. And 4. 3. Two. And 1. Come back to plank. Press the fist into the ground just a little bit more, and now drop your hips. Palms on the ground. Reach your legs apart, mat distance apart. Squeeze your glutes, reach your toes back behind you. Either just stay here, or this time we're going to come across your body towards the corner. So I'm bringing this hand in front of this hand. And allowing my body to glide that direction just a little bit. And keep pushing down into the hand. 4 more. And 3. And one more time. And belly button to spine, lower down, grab your strap. Keep your legs apart. When you grab your strap this time, take your hands almost in a V position. So my elbows are pretty much lined up with the corners of my mat here. And forehead looking at the ground. Inhale. As you exhale, pull as hard as you can on that strap, lift your chest. You're not going to go. And release. We'll do that again. Exhale, toes reach back, pull hard against the strap, and release. If you want a little more effort, lift the legs at the same time. So go flying. And you have 4. And shoulders are low. 3. And 2. One more time. Drop the strap. Find child's pose just for a second. Whew. And back on your heels or all the way up on your knees. So keep that wider stance with your strap, pulling hard. Bring your arms back as far as they can go without moving your ribs and keeping them long. So the moment the elbows want to bend, you've gone too far. And body is still. Shoulder blades pinch. Maybe 2 more. And 1 more. Release the strap. One hand under, one hand over. So again, I'll face away from you. And switch. You have a little bit more right now than you did the first set. Or maybe not. I don't think I do one on one side, but I do one the other. Keep going. You have 2 more. We have 1 more set of exercises in that pro position. And as it turns out, we're halfway done. Look at that. So quick. So if you need to do this on your forearms again, totally acceptable. But if you can take a little bit more effort now, wrists are underneath the shoulders, press all 10 fingers into the ground, corkscrew your arm up into your shoulder joint. Let's take a wide stance with the legs, press those heels back, scoop your belly up, push the floor away, and find your plank. So option 1, you just hold. Option 2, push back in the down dog, glide back over the wrist. Option 3, push back. As you come down, tap your arm with your same arm, same knee. Make sure you get those shoulders back over those wrists. 4, 3, 2, one more time. So tasty. And drop the knees, find your child's pose. Come back to all fours. Option to come to the flat of your fist if your hands are, or if your wrists are high, but you're almost done. And let's move. Try to keep the body as still as possible and the standing leg as still as possible. Bring one leg out to the side, and you're going to rotate it around so the knee faces the ground, and you bring it right up in. So try bring it around and place it down. Try not to shift too much from side to side. And making sure that in this moment of great effort, you are breathing deeper as opposed to holding your breath. Let's do 4 more. Two more. One more. Come to sitting on your heels or kneeling up. Take the backs of your hands together. Let your elbows fall down and lift the wrists up just a little bit. So giving those wrists just a little bit of love. Almost done with this portion. Hopefully feeling good. Okay, 1 more set of those planks. So option 1, you hold. Option 2, down dog plank. Option 3 this time. Knee one arm, knee the other arm, come back to plank. Knee. And let's do 3 more. Shoulders go right back over those wrists. One more time. Drop the knees. Rock back. You should feel pretty good and juicy and warm through your upper body. Just to make sure, come to kneeling, grab your strap. Chest height, pull out as hard as you can, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Breathing, keep squeezing. You should be shaking a little bit up in your upper back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Okay, so we're still going to be focusing a little bit on our shoulders, but we're going to take a side stance. So one shoulder on top of the elbow, fist again pressing into the ground, pull the rib cage up. Stack your hips, one on top of the next, push into that fist, and then extend one leg, extend 2 legs if you like, and lift your hips. Hold for 8, 7, and you don't want to make a curve. 6, you want to be nice and long. 5, 4, you're not going to go anywhere. 3, if you need to take a little hip dip, you do, otherwise reach your hand down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Have a seat. Go through your shoulders. That's actually pretty challenging in terms of stabilizing through that shoulder. We go right away to the other side. So, shoulder over the elbow, rib cage pulled together and up, and extend one leg or extend both legs and pull for 8. Pushing your fist down. 7, 6, press your glutes forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, take a dip if you need it, or reach. 8, 7, 6, squeeze those inner thighs. 4, 3, and drop. Getting ready to go back. Work through your shoulders. That should feel good. And here we go. So, again, you can do a half plank there, or 2 feet, and hold 8. Bring your hand up. 7, keep going. 6, 5, 4, 3, and you stay right here, or 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Have a seat. Work through your shoulders, and let's go to the other side. So pick up stance, and up you go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and if you're ready, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. One more thing to do in that vein. Getting a little bit more hip coming into the party now. Hopefully you're feeling good. Shoulder over the elbow, rib cage is up, 45 degrees here, 90 here. Option 1, just pushing the fist into the ground. Squeeze your glutes down and back and do that clamshell, keeping your feet there. Squeeze the glutes to lift the leg and bring the knees down. I want you to move like you're moving through water. So you've got to squeeze and you've got to press no matter which direction you're going in. Keep pulling the rib cage up. Option 2, come on up, push the hips forward, find that side plank, and back down. So we do 8, 7. Both hips working now. Shoulder working, core working. 3 more. And 2. legs are on the ground, try to extend one leg, extend your hip, pull for 4, pull for 3, pull for 2. Come on down. Have a seat. One more, then we move on. It is already 10 after. Okay. Shoulder over the elbow. 45 degrees. Hips are stacked. Your body's going to put you in this position because it feels a little more comfortable, but it's actually not got a lot of things out of joint. So you want to be lined up with your shoulder, lined up with your hips. Option 1, you squeeze up, and you squeeze down. That's all you do. Option 2, add that plank, and we have 8, and 7, and 6. Push hard into the fist. 4 more. Move it up. And extend your top leg for 4, for 3, for 2, and in. Have a seat. Grabbing your strap. Feet are hip distance apart, toes point to the ceiling. Pulling against your strap, just a little wider than shoulder distance apart. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to take that round down that we did earlier, but you're not hanging on behind your thighs right now. So stop about halfway. Inhale back up. Pulling against the strap, raise that up. And exhale, tilt, roll, pull, inhale. 2 more. And 1 more. Stay halfway down. And now lift your chest and find your V-sit. Feel the difference. 4. Keep pulling. 3. 2. Release the strap and hands down and come all the way down. Woo. Pull one knee to your chest. If you have any issues, I recommend putting your hand on the back of your thigh so that you're not pushing against your knee. But if you were able to sit up on your heels like we were earlier, you should not feel like much. Option to have this knee bent. Option to slide this leg out up on the floor. You're going to want to squeeze these glutes and feel the leg here. With this leg, we're just going to make little tiny circles. You need to brace against the belly, press your tailbone down. Everything's still except for that knee. Go the other way. And now hold it, pulling back. Reaching through your extended foot, if it's extended. Tailbone is heavy. Shoulder blades are settled into the ground. Back of the head is heavy. If you feel tension here, you can put a little towel right there or just elevate it a little bit. That's okay too. And now pull your extended leg back so that your foot is right by your bum. Squeeze your glutes and lift your hips. Single leg ready to do 8. Drop the hips and not rounding through the spine. 5 more. Two more. One more time. Just let your toes here touch the inside of your knee. Use your hand to help bring the leg across your body. Both shoulder blades stay on the floor. And just stay right there. If you can bring your knee to the ground, do so. If you're like me with a little bit of a tighter iliotibial band, you're going to stay supported with that foot against your knee. And hold for 4, 3, 2, grab onto that top knee. Use your hand to guide body back to center. And grab your strap. You're going to put the foot that's elevated, wrap that strap around your foot, and then lift your leg. Now you may find that in order to keep your tailbone right grounded to the floor there, you may have to let your leg go out a little bit to have a long leg. Tighten your quads. So we're not rockheads, or maybe you are, but our goal is not to touch our face with our thigh right now. Our goal is to, using the tightness of the quads and the flex in the ankle and the assistance of the strap, push into the standing foot to get as much length as we can behind the back of this leg. So inhale, exhale, and pull just a little bit towards you. Tailbone head. Now, inhale, exhale, press through the heel. Just hold it there. Edge of discomfort. So if you can take a little bit more, pull a little bit more. You take one hand and grab your hip. And you're going to gently pull that foot across your body, maybe 2 to 6 inches. Let the toes aim toward your shoulder and get the outside of that hip. And hold for 4, 3, 2. Bring it center. Bend the knees. Loosen up the strap. Take the legs wide. Let the knees fall in and just give yourself a good deep breath in. Big exhale. Bring your feet back towards each other. Pull your other knee to your chest. This foot can stay here, or you can go ahead and extend it along the floor. Squeezing your glute, feeling the hip flexor, saying hello. Should feel good. Unless you're all in circles, you gotta really brace the belly so you're not having nice moves. Doesn't have to be big at all. Go the other way. Yeah, just hold. 4, 3, 2, and draw the bottom leg toward your bum. Exhale, keep this leg pulling toward you, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips. 8, press your foot straight to the ground. 7, 6, 3, 2, drop the hips, attach your foot to the inside of your knee, guide it over to the side, shoulder blades stay on the floor. So either rest your foot on top of your other leg, or if you have a little more, you can slide the foot off and let the knee reach towards the floor. Rib cage and hip pull away from each other. Breathing deeply. And hold for 8, 7, 6, delicious, 3, 2, and using your hand to guide your knee back to the center, take your step. We are almost done. Right along the outside of your foot. Send energy through your foot that's against the floor. And again, the goal is not to lay this on your face. The goal is to have a nice long leg with integrity. So nice tight quads, tailbone is grounded. And inhale, as you exhale, you give a little pull, flex through that ankle. Stay there for a second, using your breath. Fill out the leg with now. And on your next exhale, put one hand in your hip here and pull the leg across your body. Somewhere between 2 and 6 inches. Toes reach towards this shoulder. And hold, feeling lengthening through the outside of the leg. And hold for 4. Still sending energy through the foot on the floor. For 3. For 2. And 1. Release the leg. Take the heels to the outside of your mat. Play chase. One leg over, other leg follows. You should have a little bit more rotation happening through the mid and upper back available. The hips should feel a lot looser in any of these positions. And let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now roll towards me, come to sitting. Soles of the feet together. Belly button zipping towards your rib cage. Close your eyes for a second. How does it feel to sit up tall in this position versus about 50 minutes ago? You should have a lot more ability to hold your posture. So move through your knees, just make sure that or through your hips rather. Make sure your hips are nice and released and relaxed. Leave them open, take that side reach. What I find for myself is I have way more movement through my spine and shoulders and hips than I did at the beginning of class. So just test it here. Take your rotation. So what's interesting about a class like this is there's no warm-up or cool-down per se. The whole thing is about mobilizing and stretching. Take that rounding of your back. Keep the spine really long. Give yourself a good chin nod. And release. Sit comfortably. Doesn't matter how you sit. Give yourself one more great big deep breath in. I'm so amazed that you guys are still coming out to play with me. I hope you feel better than you did when we started. The whole reason to move is it makes us feel good, both physically and mentally. And it's such a great way to start or end a day even. I hope you can carry a little relaxed feeling of energy with you, at least for the morning, if not the rest of the day. And kind of pay attention to how this affects your emotion. The fact that you took a little care of yourself right now. How is your emotion for the next couple of hours? Love seeing you. Friday, 9:30, total body conditioning. We got more band work happening. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you, Steph. You motivate me.